tracks today.
Yeah. I need them bands, run it up fast, stuffing them shits in the safe. Got me a spot out the way, nigga just trying to be safe. Leaving the house with the glizzy, nigga.
Let's get to the sports talk.
Alright, let's talk about the #1 overall pick in Kyler Murray. With plenty of questions facing the Heisman winner's ability to have success in the league, future Hall of Famer Larry Fitzgerald says we shouldn't worry, stating that he's never seen a rookie quarterback come in like Kyler. So see, after hearing that from your guy Larry, what are your expectations for Murray as a rookie?
Well, I'm still going to be careful on what the expectations are. What Larry is talking about is that something that younger players struggle with in the NFL more than anything. In the NBA, Major League Baseball, when you go from the minors to the majors, there's a jump in the intensity and the athleticism, all those things, the competition, there is a jump. But the thing that throws people off more so than anything else happens to be just a simple thing called communication. And typically when you come from college, and there's a reason why Alabama players in the
he's gonna be a good rookie for them. Murray gonna pan out because how the game's set up, it's set up for the quarterbacks to have success, to be able to throw the football all over the field. This era is made for them, so they're not gonna get hit as much. Don't get wrong, they're gonna get sacked, but it's just like it's set up for them for this era. And then by him having a veteran receiver like Larry Fitzgerald, it's helped him out a lot more, make his game much smoother, so he could adapt to the game because it's faster than college.
NFL, even though they're playing an NFL defense at Alabama, when they get to the NFL, they struggle. Why? Because the language, it's not they're doing something different, but the language changes. And Kyler Murray, I believe, unless someone's going to correct me, is the only guy to ever inherit the same offense in the pros as he had in college. So typically, when I'm a wide receiver coming from Ohio State, I got drafted by Philadelphia. First time we went into the meeting room, it was like I was beginning stages of speaking Mandarin and I had never left Ohio. All right, so that's typical, the change that you have to make, because you might be doing some of the same things you did in college, but they're called something else. And the speed for which the game is coming at you, and the intensity, and coaches are yelling at you, and the players are competitive, and you're trying to make a mark, and you're trying to, that anxiety right there gets most young players, it takes them a long time to be able to learn, and to be able to slow the game down. But if you tell me, I can run the same system I ran in college, of course I'm gonna get off to a good start. But you have to realize though, that college system does not work in the pros. And when they are able to tackle the quarterback, because in practice right now, everything's looking great. You can't tackle the quarterback. Kyler's starting to realize, wow, almost every time the ball's in the middle of the field. There is no short corner. All these throws are longer. So yes, he's ahead. I'll listen to Larry, but only so far, Larry, because he did not have to learn a new language. So that helped him out from the beginning. He understood everything that was being presented to him because he's seen it for the last couple of years in college. And that's why he should be ahead. That's what.
Yeah, like all these plays are from college. Like all these coaches are just using college plays to spread out the football. And like by him being with Kingsbury, his system fit Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is an intelligent quarterback, but it's a different breed. Like the windows are tighter when you throw it. It's different. It's not everybody not gonna really be open as much. They're gonna be open sometimes, you know. But Larry Fitzgerald felt like he came in and being a leader already.
If you weren't ahead of where the typical rookie is, who's learning a new language, learning a new system, you'd be really concerned. But what you're talking about, you know what it reminded me of was when we had Isaiah Thomas out here talking about what made him special, or what makes guys special, is their ability to think and process and do things late in games when they're fatigued, when they're exhausted, after they've been doing it for 40-some minutes throughout the first 3 quarters of the game. And that is the element of where you have the intellectual familiarity with what you're doing that will put Kyler in the beginning at such an advantage, is that after he takes a big sack or after they're in no huddle, where your mind is racing, where you are trying to catch your breath, you are not also, while trying to do all that, as I'm sure you were your first year in Philly, being like, wait, what does that mean? Here's what you're doing it. Whenever you do learn an actual new language, they say you'll know you've actually mastered it when you stop translating in your head, when you start actually just understanding it without saying, wait, in English it means this. For a lot of young guys, they are translating, okay, at Ohio State X, it meant this, and so here it means that. Kyler has an edge there. We talked with Coach Mangini yesterday that Josh Rosen, the quarterback who was there last year, he's, for the first time in his life, having to point out the mic. Now, that's not a language issue, but that's an added responsibility issue that these young players have to deal with. What I'm curious from you, C, is what do you think Kyler will excel at the most immediately, while even despite the possible pitfalls of a college?
And there's your depression. Not just one symptom, there's lots of symptoms holding you back. And you're
college offense translating to the NFL, and the NFL teams having a book on it from what they did in college, what Kingsbury's system was. What are the things immediately he'll do the best? Well, Kyler's an excellent thrower of the football. Even though he's undersized, he's got a big-time arm. He's made a lot of different throws, throwing to the outside, throwing to the middle, throwing deep, throwing short, throwing bubble screen, so he can do those things. What I don't know is this college offense that's in pro football, there's a reason why Chip Kelly is coaching in college again. There's a reason why Steve Spurrier came to...
Yeah, like, it's going to work, but sometimes it's going to be a kryptonite because you got a guy at that stage. I understand that's the new era for it, but it's a transition sometimes good, but it'd be a bad thing also. It's like, it's only going to work to a extent, but then you might have to switch it up a little more. But he just doing this because it fit him. But we got to see if it's going to pan out for a long term. We don't know. But it's just like, that's why Chip Kelly back in college, because that's the only system he know. And in the field, like, the players will pick it up faster and know how to stop it.
Watched the Redskins, got his nose bashed in, and then went back to college. Those systems don't work here. So to me, it's not a matter of what is Kyler going to do well at. The college systems haven't worked in the pros because they can't protect the quarterback. The ball's in the middle of the field. The college quarterbacks can't adjust to the long throws, the hot reads and everything. So I know he can throw the ball. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about how they're going to protect him. And the wild card to me is, how much are they going to use David Johnson? All right, if they use him an awful lot, it's going to help Kyler out an awful lot. But until I find that out, is he going to get 25, 20 carries a game to lighten the burden on that rookie quarterback? We'll find that out early in the season.
I didn't watch a ton of Cardinals games last year. The games I did watch just because in large part I wanted to see Josh Rosen play. As you watched him, he just got sacked and sacked and sacked. They had the worst offensive line last year. This year, this O-line comes in ranked 30th in the league. Is that a concern for you with Kyler Murray? Yes, he can escape the pocket more than Josh.
Man, forget escaping in the pocket. They is a lot faster. If they rank 30th, that's not good for a rookie quarterback that y'all drafted so high. Like, if Josh Rosen got hit so many times, what you gonna think about him? Yeah, he can scramble, but this ain't college. Like, yeah, he gonna get some yards. He gonna score some touchdowns for running, but if you got a offensive line that's ranked 30th, that's not good. That means if he don't get out of the pocket, he's going to take a lot of hits. That's the only thing about the college system. You all need something to protect your franchise quarterback.
Rosen can, but isn't that also a bit of a red flag right now?
Oh, it's an enormous concern, and in comparison to his competition, it'll be the worst offensive line he's ever played behind. Oklahoma won the
award for best offensive line in college football last season.
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years, 2 seasons in a row. And so he, for the first time in his football playing life, will be playing behind an offensive line where you are constantly at a disadvantage. That would be tough if he were a 7-year vet. Like, that would be tough. Anyone would have issues playing behind the offensive line. Rosen played behind last year. They didn't put a huge priority on offensive line in this year's draft. They went out and got, again, more skilled players. They drafted him number 1. They took Andy Isabella in the 2nd round. They took another wide receiver in the 4th round. They got him a bunch of weapons, but that doesn't necessarily help him in the pocket, help him his ability to stay upright. And see, even
you can have all the weapons, but can that line up front keep him from getting hit so many times? If that line ain't good, how good you think he gonna be? That means he gonna try to make crazy plays to get the football off. That means he gonna be scrambling all year if that line don't come out and play well. So you need protection so he can throw to the weapons.
good personnel, your concern is this system's ability, even with good offensive linemen, to keep the quarterback upright.
This is a flawed system. I don't believe this system will be successful. I believe that Cliff Kingsbury will be coaching back in college. They don't protect the quarterback enough. They don't have enough variations on, if my number one wide receiver is taken away, how do I get to 2, 3, and 4? The check downs and what I've seen, young quarterbacks, I tell Nick this all the time, what's going to happen when he gets hit right here? Because you question yourself as a young